just do that. Oh my God, I would never, like, pull out my chest or whatever, you know, ever. That would be, like, the most obnoxious thing ever to do to someone. And it's just, like, yeah, and he's such a hothead sometimes. It's, like when I do hang out with him sometimes, it's, let's see how to explain this. Sean is a veteran. He's been to war, so he's a very chilled out person who his first reaction is not to fight because he's seen fighting and what happens. So he is much more of a, let's try to be peaceful and try to just all get along, whereas Kevin will just, like, snap off. Like, I used to live by the Dunkin' Donuts, and I remember one time I was so pissed because there was something that was going on across the way. The Dunkin' Donuts were fighting with some homeless person, and they were waiting for the cops to come arrest the guy, and so had nothing to do with us. We could see what was going on, so we had gone out to the stoop because he was having, like, a cigarette, and we saw what was going on, and like, so for example, Sean would have been like, ooh, wow, ooh, yeah, that's something going on over there, but Kevin decides to go across the friggin' streets and get up in it. Hey guys, what's going on? Do you need help? What's going on? I'm like, what are you doing? You're getting involved at something that they clearly got handled. It'd be different if it was not handled, but he just jumps into stuff like that. And, like, I've noticed it's funny because whenever he drives with me, like, he'll drive like a crazy person. And I'm like, will you stop? Don't. And he's like, ooh, you scared? I'm like, yeah, I am, because I'm not immortal, and if you wreck this friggin' truck, you know, I might live, I might not, but it's just, like, the dichotomy between those two is amazing, like, the difference between the behaviors, and the, just their core personalities is very different, so, but.
So you mentioned a lot of stuff about your ex, Kevin, and you know the things that he's doing and the way they make you feel.
Yeah.
How does he make you feel, like, when he's doing all these things, like getting involved or just kind of butting in here and there?
I mean, it just frustrates me because I'm like, it's like he played a game with me when we were dating. It was very, I don't want a relationship, but then when I would try to, like, move away emotionally, he would, like, do things to pull me back in. And I see that when I was in the middle of it, I didn't see it. You know, it was a very, like, I called him my crazy love. My love for Sean is very different. Kevin, I was, like, constant chaos, constant agitation, constant, like, up, down, you know, and just constant fighting. And Sean is very, like, he doesn't agitate me like that. We do scrap from time to time, but it's not anything like constant.
Not the way it is when you're with him.
And it's not the whole push me away, pull me. That's what it is. He used to push me away, then pull me in, push me away, pull me in, you know. And whenever I'd, like, try to start dating other guys, then he would, like, butt in and then, like, pop back up. And I was like, what the hell? You know, so it really frustrates me and it makes me angry because I'm like, you play these games, and even my friends. It's funny, the one that I live with now, Rebecca, she's seen this in action. Because we have hung out, all of us together, because that's what I like to do, is hang out with me and somebody else with him, so that it's, you know, very much friend.
Right.
So, so she's hung out, and even she has said, she was like, she's like, I don't get what his deal is. She's like, he acts like he wants to be with you, but then he's like, no, I don't want to be with you, and then he pulls this crap on you and gets you all agitated, because she's like, even I see it, she's like, he gets you all wound up and agitated and pissed off, and then, you know, and then it just doesn't seem to resolve, and it's like, ooh, and then on top of everything else going on in my life, you know, school and work and moving, I'm like, I don't need that on top of friends aren't supposed to be here to stress the hell out of you. They're supposed to, be someone who helps you get through the stress, not the cause of the stress.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, it definitely sounds like he's causing a lot more agitation in you, for what he's doing, and you're spending probably some time, trying to deal with that when you have your own relationship going on, and, you're like pretty much right in the middle between your friend who says he doesn't want a relationship with you, but he's, doing all these things that make you think otherwise, and then you have your current relationship where you're probably, I don't know, you're probably not spending as much time, doing, because you're working on this over here with Kevin.
Well, and what really sucks is, like, I was thinking about this the other day, I was like, even if I could, I don't think I could ever have those two in the same room, because Kevin would have such attitude. Like, Sean, he probably wouldn't, he's a guy, so he might be a little bit, like, next, but he really is not high-strung at all. He might just be like, okay, well, that's your ex, and as long as he's not doing anything inappropriate, we're cool. That's his behavior. But I could see Kevin just, like, being a complete, like, getting into a physical fight with Sean. So that kind of sucks, because it's like, I can never have those two in the same room. Unlike the rest of my friends and my family, he's met the rest of my friends and my family. It's fine. There's no drama. But I can never, and that, you're talking about, like, the things that are negative. That would be a negative, because it's always, like, having to arrange things instead of just being able to flow with things. Like, for example, the other day, my parents were over here, and Sean was in the neighborhood, so he's like, hey, can I stop by? No problem. Oh, my God. If Kevin would have been over here, oh my God, it would have been like, oh, that's not a good idea. It's like putting a cat and a dog together, type thing. But
so you're certainly having to make some accommodations sometimes if, to have your current boyfriend and Kevin
not meet up together. And it's just like, and it's ridiculous, because, like, especially right now, and it's gonna get worse when I start my internship. I mean, practicum's going to put it even more, but the internship is really going to put it, because then I'm really going to have very compartmentalized, like, I have this much time to spend with you, and this much time to spend with you, and, his insistent, and it's just, like, it's just not appropriate to in my mind, for me to hang out with him, like, in the evening, like, late, and that's when he's always trying to hang out. I'm like, this is not appropriate. I don't feel comfortable with this. I would be so uncomfortable, even if Rebecca was there, that's my friend, even if she was there and Sean called and was like, oh, who are you hanging out with? Oh, I'm sorry. That's my phone. Sorry. I would have been so uncomfortable about, even if Sean calls and Rebecca was there, I would still feel uncomfortable. I'd still feel like, and I don't know why I had this guilt thing. I think I'm just so freaked out about what Sean has gone through. It's been a hard 2 years with him.
Yeah, you mentioned that in his previous relationships that he's, had these things happen, and it really does sound like you're trying your best to not, let that happen again.
Yes. And it's just, it's funny, because it's been a hard 2 years with him, trying to get him to let me in and to really
trust you.
He would say that he trusted me, but I'm like, you don't friggin', you're saying you trust me, but I know. You're like, because, like, I remember one time I went to the gym and he said something about, yeah, that's what Angel used to always say, which is fucking that other guy, that she was going to the gym. And it's like, and he didn't mean it like in it, he wasn't saying it in a mean way to me. He was just, like, in conversation, making a remark about, and like that, I was like, good Lord. I mean, poor guy, he's been through, like, hell and back, and it just, it's just getting him to the point I don't want to jeopardize any of that, because he's finally opened up and just, like, finally let me in. Like, I hang out with him and his parents now, and, I hang out with him and his friends now, and that's been, like, a hard-fought victory to get to that point. And I feel like he is worth that, but I don't want to jeopardize that in any way, shape, or form. It's ridiculous. So, it's just, ugh. But I just, ugh.
that's you know it's a very stressing situation, you know, for everything that you've said, because I mentioned, it does sound like you are trying to, you know, help your current relationship by respecting those boundaries, by telling, you know, Kevin, you know, don't call late at night, don't do this, don't do that, and to keep that trust going with your boyfriend, your current boyfriend, because of what has happened in the past.
Yeah.
And I think that you are doing an excellent job of trying to continue, you know, holding up those standards, and at the same time, I can also see how stressing it is when you got this, you know, your ex over here, your ex who, you know, who's clearly doing all these things and, you know, wanting to get in the middle of it and cause havoc, stuff like that. So, you know, that definitely sounds, you know, like it's a lot going on right now.
Yeah, it is, and it just I think it's gonna come to a head soon. And like you said, mate, I just need to ask him the question and just get over the fact that we're probably gonna have a fight and just move beyond it, because it's not worth the amount of stress that it's causing in my life and the agitation, because I'm worried it's gonna bleed over onto Sean. And the thing is, I know it sounds like I put don't call, but I say those things because Sean already knows, like, if I saw a woman calling him at 10 o'clock at night, it would be on. And so I'm very much if I'm gonna let you know that I have that, then I need to make damn sure that I am doing the same thing. So it's respect for that relationship. But it just, and there's a part of me that kind of wonders, like, I've thought about, you know, is this like the friendship version of what we did in the relationship? Like the push-pull, you know, because he's kind of doing it in a friendship way, like a pick between me and him, even though I just want to be friends. So I can see some parallels there.
Right.
And I've kind of thought about that too, and I'm like, is this just the same crap, just in now we're friends, we're supposed to be friends, and now he's doing it in the friendship way, which is just, and then it's like, you know, is he even aware of his behaviors? I don't know. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I don't know. You know, I would hope that I almost kind of hope he's not aware of it, because that'd be pretty messed up to be aware that you're treating someone like that.
How would that make you feel if he was deliberately trying to make you feel
like we would be done. We would be done.
Yeah.
Go kick rocks. I'm done. You know, it's one thing to not be aware of your behavior and to be genuinely sorry when someone points it out, but if you are deliberately causing chaos and havoc and agitating someone, that is just inexcusable. I don't want that in my life. He would just be done. Goodbye. And I actually wouldn't feel too bad about that. I'd be like, well, you did that to yourself, so. But, so yeah.
Well, I wanted to, you know, because we're coming near the end of our hour, so I just wanted to kind of summarize, you know, how this was for you and those types of things. Definitely, you know, it sounds like you are in that push-pull relationship with, you know, your ex, and then of course you got your, you know, try to maintain the boundaries with your current boyfriend, Sean. So I can definitely see that you were, you know, you're pretty stuck, like you said, you're in passe, right in the middle, you know, trying to decide what to do here. And as far as everything else that we had went over, I just wanted to say that, you know, I think for what you're doing now, you're doing an excellent job of trying to, you know, respect your current boyfriend and respect those boundaries, those types of things, by letting Kevin know, you know, this is where I'm at right now, you know, please, if you can, you know, just let me be. So for our next session, or for, you know, the next time we meet, because I probably won't see you for another week or so, you know, we can definitely, if you want to, you know, share if anything else has happened or if anything else has occurred, you know, we could do that as well. But as for right now, just want to say thank you for coming in today, and I appreciate it. And as far as everything goes, you know, I could just, you're gonna be okay, because you're doing okay right now, and you said you haven't gotten to that point where the top is blown off and you're not so aggravated about it, but you know, we'll definitely check in next week. Okay. And I just want to say thank you. Okay, and we'll see you next time. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.